Okay, let's unpack this. A topic that can send shivers down many spines, the cold call.
Mm.
For a lot of us, I think it conjures up images of, you know, pushy salespeople, awkward silences maybe.
Definitely. And that's sort of the mission for this deep dive, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, our sources give a really, well, refreshingly different perspective on cold calling. It's about turning it from that high-pressure thing into a genuine offer of value.
okay.
Specifically, we're looking at strategies for restaurant visual enhancement services here.
Right. Restaurant photos.
Exactly. But you'll find the insights are, well, surprisingly broad. They apply much wider than just that.
And what's really interesting about the source material, you mentioned sources, is that it's not some, like, dry academic paper.
No, not really.
It's actually a training script, conversation, right, between an experienced sales associate and a new trainee.
That's right. So you get the real back and forth, the actual dialogue.
Which makes it super relatable, I think. The insights feel like they go way beyond just, sales tactics, more into just how people talk to each other.
It really does. This deep dive, we're going to pull out some practical, empathetic ways to communicate.
Empathy, okay?
Yeah, it shows how you can take what feels like an obstacle, making that call out of the blue and turn it into a genuinely valuable conversation. It's really about human interaction, service.
Yeah.
Those insights are pretty universal.
So let's start with the big one, reframing the whole mindset, getting from that awkward feeling to seeing an opportunity.
Right.
Our trainee in the script, they start exactly where most of us would, I imagine. They say, I'm a bit nervous. I've never done cold calls before. That feels very real, doesn't it?
Totally relatable, yeah. And the experienced trainer, they jump right on that.
How so?
They say something like, look, cold calls can feel awkward at first, sure. But once you understand the flow, the purpose, it just becomes a simple conversation.
A simple conversation. I like that framing.
And then they hit the core philosophy. We're not here to sell hard. We're offering something valuable. That's the key shift.
That distinction, not selling hard, but offering something valuable that feels huge. How does the script flesh that out? What does that actually look like in practice?
Well, if you zoom out a bit, it really connects to this idea of empathy in any kind of outreach, not just sales.
Okay.
It means seeing the interaction as trying to solve a problem for the other person, genuinely helping them improve their business maybe, rather than just focusing on pushing your product or closing the deal right then and there.
Got it. So empathy and problem solving, not pressure.
Exactly.
Okay, so with that mindset shift hopefully in place,
Yeah.
let's talk about the very first words, the art of the open. How do you make that positive first impression? Polite, casual, but effective.
Yeah. The source actually gives us the exact wording they recommend.
Oh, perfect. What is it?
It's, hi, is this the manager or owner of restaurant name?
Pretty standard start.
Then hi. My name is Sarah. I'm calling from Reframing Systems. We specialize in enhancing restaurant food photos for menus and online platforms. Do you have a quick minute?
Okay. Direct, explains who you are, what you do generally, and respects their time with a quick minute ask.
Precisely.
But, okay, what about the immediate hurdles? Like, what if the person on the other end just sounds really busy or, annoyed?
Yeah.
Because that happens.
Oh, absolutely. And the script's advice is quite straightforward on this.
Yeah.
Basically, don't take it personally. Thank them for their time. Move on. It's just part of the process. Every single call is a fresh start, a new opportunity.
Easier said than done sometimes, but crucial. Resilience.
Definitely. Resilience and a bit of detachment, maybe?
Okay, so let's say they do give you that minute. You've got past the initial hello. Now you need to clearly explain your value. How does the script say to do that? Simply, concisely.
Right, and this is where clarity is key. The script provides a really great example.
Let's hear it.
It goes, we take your existing food photos and turn them into professional cinematic-style visuals without changing the food.
Ooh, okay, cinematic style. That's evocative. And without changing the food seems important.
Very important. It preempts a potential concern. Then it continues. Just better lighting, background, and quality to help your menu look more attractive online and in print.
That's incredibly specific, but yeah, the magic is kind of in the simplicity, isn't it? You immediately get what they do.
Exactly. And right after that clear explanation, you follow up with the tangible result.
The benefits.
Yeah. Restaurants using our service have seen better customer responses, more online orders, and better visual presentation overall. Quick, outcome-focused.
And that little phrase, without changing the food, you mentioned it addresses a concern. That's smart. It shows you understand their perspective right away.
It really does. It builds a little bit of trust immediately. Shows respect for what they already have.
Okay, makes sense. Now let's get into the objections. the things people push back on. Price has got to be a big one, right?
Always. It usually comes up pretty quickly.
So how does the script advise handling the price question?
The strategy here is actually quite clever. It sidesteps a direct price discussion initially.
Now,
It focuses on offering flexible packages, sure, but the main thing, the real hook, is a no-obligation free trial.
a free trial, always good.
Yeah, and they give the exact offer. We're offering a no-obligation free trial. You send us 2 dish photos, and we'll transform them and show you the before and after result, no credit card or commitment needed.
So you defer the price talk by offering demonstrable value first. See it before you even think about buying it.
Exactly. Let the result speak for itself. It removes the risk for them.
Okay, smart. What about the other common one? Oh, we already have someone who does our photos, or we have a photographer.
Yep, that comes up a lot too. And the key here is respect, acknowledging their existing setup.
You're right. You don't want to diss their current photographer.
Definitely not. The script advises saying something like, totally understandable. Then you gently pivot to highlight your unique angle.
How do you do that pivot?
You explain. Our service focuses on keeping your original food, but improving the visual style and ambiance to match your cuisine. It's actually different from a traditional photo shoot, and you don't need to schedule anything extra.
So positioning it as enhancement rather than replacement, and highlighting convenience, no schedule needed.
Exactly. And then you offer proof again, would you like to see a sample? It emphasizes that distinction enhancement versus a whole new creation. You're potentially complementing what they already do, not necessarily competing head-on.
That's a subtle but really important difference. It's not we do photos, it's we make your existing photos better in this specific way.
Precisely. It's about finding that niche where you add unique value.
Okay, so this leads to a really interesting point. If the goal isn't necessarily to make the sale right there on the call, what is the goal? What does the training say is the actual objective?
Yeah, this is critical. The script is very explicit. The goal is not to close the deal on the call.
So it's not the finish line.
No, it's a stepping stone. That's a perfect way to put it.
What are those stepping stones then? What are the achievable goals?
They're very specific and low commitment. Goal number 1, get them to agree to send just 2 photos for that free sample.
Okay, manageable.
Or goal number 2, simply schedule a quick follow-up call or meeting. That's it. Those are the wins for the initial call.
That takes so much pressure off, doesn't it? For both sides, probably.
Absolutely. And the script even provides a simple closing line to aim for those goals.
What's the line?
If you'd like, I can send you a quick email or WhatsApp with the offer and how to send the pictures. What's your best contact? Simple, direct, points to the next small step.
Yeah, I like that. It's not asking for a big commitment, just for contact info to send the very thing you just offered.
And this whole approach, well, it's masterful at building trust, actually, and managing expectations. You're not pushing for an immediate yes on the service itself.
You're building a little bridge.
Exactly. You focus on that small, easy next step. It makes you think, doesn't it, about how managing expectations and building trust gradually is so important in almost any interaction, not just sales.
Totally. Okay, so we've covered the mindset, the opening, explaining value, handling objections, the actual goal. What about the stuff around the script? The preparation, the mindset during the call.
Right, the practicalities and the psychology, the training covers that too.
It's not just what you say, but how you say it, and maybe what you believe about what you're doing.
Absolutely. Preparation is key. The script mentions simple things. Look up the restaurant's name and cuisine style beforehand. Know who you're talking to.
Basic research. Makes sense.
Keep a notepad handy, name, number, jot down a few quick notes during the call. Helps you stay organized and personalize the follow-up.
Right.
And then there's one that's often overlooked on phone calls. Smile while talking.
Really? Smile.
Yeah. They say it genuinely affects your tone of voice, makes you sound warmer, more approachable. That internal state, it really does project outwards, even through the phone line.
Huh. I can actually see that, or hear that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What about resilience? You mentioned earlier, expect rejection. Does the script give any, numbers or perspective on that?
It does. The trainer is very direct about it. They say, expect maybe 7 or 8 rejections before you get a yes. That's normal.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
Setting that expectation up front is probably really helpful for morale.
Definitely. So you don't feel like you're failing when someone says no. It's just the nature of the activity.
And what's the final big takeaway on mindset, the core message?
It boils down to authenticity, really. Stay relaxed. Remember, you're offering help, not selling pressure.
Back to that core idea.
Exactly. And maybe the most important bit, You're not a robot like you're genuinely trying to help someone improve their business.
Be human.
Be human, connected to that bigger picture. It's about emotional intelligence, isn't it? Understanding your own state affects the interaction, and being authentic is usually the best approach.
Wow. So yeah, what started as, looking at cold calling scripts for restaurant photo enhancement,
Right. Seems niche.
it really unfolded into something much bigger, a kind of masterclass in empathetic communication, really.
I think so, too.
The core lesson seems crystal clear. Whether it's a cold call or any kind of direct outreach, it's not about being aggressive or pushy.
Not at all.
It's about empathy, clearly showing your value, offering something genuine, and then guiding the other person towards a small, easy, actionable next step, building that bridge.
Beautifully summarized. It makes the whole idea feel less daunting, more constructive.
Definitely. Which leaves us with a final thought, maybe something provocative for you, our listener, to mull over.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
How can these principles we just unpacked, clarity, empathy, strategic small steps, that idea of offering value first, how can you apply those to other communication challenges, maybe ones that feel just as daunting as a cold call in your own life or your business?
Ooh, good question. What other areas maybe could benefit from a little cinematic enhancement? Not of photos, perhaps, but of perception, of understanding. Where else can we reframe an interaction from pressure to genuine help?
Something to think about.